All right, guys, what is going on? So today we are doing a little Q&A with me and Ali. So I asked for some questions on my Instagram, put up a little question box, and basically I'm getting a ton of questions right now. So we're gonna go through, answer these questions. It's gonna be like kind of a couples Q&A, answering some stuff about me, about Ali, about the both of us and everything like that. I asked for some spicy questions. So I checked and there are a good handful of spicy questions coming in. So I don't know how many of those are actually gonna answer, but we will see. We have some coffees over here as well to get our, juices flowing a little bit here. And I'm slightly sick as well, which is basically due to being in Vegas for like 3 days straight. And
crazy weekend.
Yeah, basically, like literally everybody on the whole ALPHALETE team was getting sick. And we went out like 2-3 nights in a row, didn't hardly sleep at all. And yeah, literally by the time I got back, like I didn't sleep on the plane either. And yeah, basically got sick like the past 2 days. So I'm recovering slightly today, so I'm feeling a little better. So let's go home tomorrow. So we're doing a Q&A. So let's get into it. Starting off with the first question. Let's do this thing. First question, Ali's pulling up her questions. I'm pulling up my questions.
All right, so starting off with like a more chill one, but one that a lot of people ask. First impression / how did we meet?
Okay, you wanna start it off then?
It's embarrassing. Okay, well, pretty much summer shredding in June. I had just moved to Houston in May, so I was living down here at the time, and then Ryan came down for summer shredding for that weekend. I know Ryan's friend Johan. Shout out Johan.
Shout out Johan, man.
So I knew Johan, and I saw him at the gym, and we were kind of talking, and then Ryan was with him, so I kind of saw Ryan, but I didn't think anything of it.
You didn't think anything at all? Tell me the gym. You weren't like starstruck, like you weren't like...
You were just like some big guy, like I don't even know, like I didn't really think anything of it because it was so crowded that weekend, like a lot of people were in town. But I do remember seeing you.
No, I saw her the same time too. That was like I didn't even know who Ali was, to be honest. Like
yeah, like
I don't
we weren't following each other at all. We didn't know really who each other were.
Yeah, I don't think either of us were like familiar at all.
No.
So I like saw her for the first time like at summer shredding, to be honest. So that was kind of funny, but saw each other there, didn't really say anything to each other, but then
later that night
we
both went out.
Things got a little bit crazy.
Yeah, so
and we went out to Clay in Houston, and
super fun time. I was with Alyssa, Adrian, like some of my friends, and then ended up seeing Johan again that night. Shout out Johan.
I'm like, wow, that's that same little cute gym girl from earlier today or whatever. I don't know, she was like giving me the eye and everything, right? And well, yeah, so basically I started the club, ended up like hanging out with her the next like 3 days after that in a row. And then we hit the gym a couple times together. We were doing like all this stuff together. And then I was like supposed to fly out of Houston on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. And I extended my flight an extra like 3-4 days. So I could stay with Ali like the rest of the week. Stayed with her the rest of the week, which was super random. We didn't even like know each other, and it was just like...
Yeah, it was very random.
We just got along like really well. So I was like, yeah, I might as well stay down here. I might see if I could collab with like Christian and some other people. I also wanted to see Ali more too, but like, oh, I might as well stay down here a little bit longer while summer shredding's not going on. And then it just like kept getting better and better. Pretty much how we met. We met by like living together for a week, which is like really kind of funny, honestly, but...
Yeah, honestly never.
No, I know.
First impression?
First impression of Ali. I thought she was like a shy, like innocent girl. She's like super quiet, but she seemed to just like know everybody and just like get along with everyone and talk to everyone. So I was like, wow, she's like this like little like networker, but she's like this, she comes across as like this like super just like kind of reserved, like shy girl. Very first impression, I was like, okay, this is just like cute gym girl.
Probably didn't think anything of me really.
Not that much. I mean, I thought a little bit of you.
No, I saw you in the gym and I was like, oh, like, I mean, obviously you were like attractive.
There's a million gym bros there.
Just like another gym bro. Like,
there's another gym bro, that's all I was.
So, and also was not looking for anything at all. So I wasn't really,
you didn't have to look too far.
But like, that's why I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
Bro, like I feel like people in your position are kind of all the same. But once I got to know him better, he's actually like a very genuine guy. You're just like funny, like we just got along really well.
How's it going? Gym sesh with the boys or your girl? Yeah, it depends. I like training with Ali, But like I also really like training with like Kyle and Johan and Jacob. I would say the boys when it comes to that. Like yeah, we're very focused when we
train together a lot.
Yeah, and we can get content of each other and stuff, which is super beneficial. Yeah,
I feel like you're really good at pushing me and like.
Oh yeah.
You like.
No, sometimes Allie like needs a little extra push. Like when I first met her, I was like, Allie, come on, like add a little bit more weight at least. Like
yeah, so you're good about
she was like naturally just like super like had very good like muscular genetics and stuff for not even like really pushing herself necessarily that hard. Cause like Allie, what do you do? Like what do you do when?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm like Allie, freaking yell at me a little bit here. She's like, let's go. All right, she's like you're small. That's all you say.
Yeah, just call him small.
Has Allie ever grabbed your big neck? My big neck? Yeah, she definitely has. How often do you have sex with prep?
Kind of a lot.
Even towards the end? How long have you both been together? So I've known Allie probably since, it's probably been like 6 months knowing Allie. And we've been officially together for
like 3 months.
Over 4 months now.
4?
Yeah, Allie has no idea. She has no idea what's going on. Allie does not keep track of anything like that.
Favorite cheat meal date together?
We get donuts like every Sunday. We go and get donuts.
We got some this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, Ben and Jerry's for sure.
Okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's still pretty young. Like if you think like 5 years from now, you're still gonna be like kind of like mid to late 20s. Like that's not even that bad.
Depends what I do, honestly. Like, because I applied to grad school, I applied to physical therapy school, so maybe like buying a house. Yeah. Being a little bit more settled down.
It's like 5 years ago, I would not expect to be in the position I'm in today either, and like doing what I'm doing. You know, like 5 years ago, I was like applying for colleges to be an engineer. You know, and I go to college as an engineer. I'm just gonna like lift while I'm in college and stuff like that. Yeah, we're just going with the flow.
Taking it day by day.
We're going with the flow, man. Are you open to an OnlyFans with your girlfriend?
We talked about it. Like,
no, I don't.
Jokingly.
Well, Brandon and Jordy do it. You know, Brandon and Jordy do it, but I don't.
A lot of money.
I don't think it's gonna happen, to be honest. Any mini Ryan and Allie's?
No. Not for a long time.
No mini Ryan and Allie's in 5 years, that's for sure. Way. So far down the road. For Allie means like maybe like 2-3 years. She's thinking. So
3 years. Career goals. That's a good one.
Career goals?
Yeah. You wanna go?
Sure. Yeah. I want to keep on pushing my social media presence and audience, you know, more and more, and just keep on doing things that like challenge myself. Like I've always done in the past when I was at Ohio State and going to school and trying to, you know, do powerlifting and bodybuilding shows and just showcase all of that while I was in school as well. I want to keep on doing things that are challenging myself and maybe in the future, like I said, like have a business or two. Even in the near future here, that goes right along with what I'm doing. Telling her how much like potential she has, make an impact and like just be like a figure for people, you know, and like build your own brand. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's kind of how I've always been. I've always been about building myself up so that people like know who you are and they know what you're trying to accomplish.
So, like this was technically supposed to be my gap year before grad school, and then I kind of got like thrown into like this whole world. I did kinesiology in college, and then I applied to PT school, social media and like coaching and just like all this other stuff like I didn't think I would be able to do. So yeah, I'm not sure what direction I want to take yet, but for now I want to keep just like pushing social media.
Do Ryan's feet smell?
Yeah.
No way.
They do.
No way.
Like
I'm not a smelly person. You stink, you know?
Like sweat.
Like just like sweat.
Like after we work out.
It's not bad though. You like it. You like it. What do you think? What do you think?
Wait, can you fix it?
Is it her you'd be spending forever with?
Is
it her you'd be spending forever with? What do you think?
What are you asking me?
We just get along so well. You know, like honestly, right? So I mean, I don't know if I haven't answered that question. I'm just saying, like, I've connected with her better than anyone in the past before. Simp.
Big. How have you met each other's parents?
Almost like right away. Before we started dating, we actually met our parents.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it all kind of happened. We met, and then we saw each other in Tampa for like some trip that we both went on. And then Ryan flew down to Florida for my graduation Like that was like very quickly after we.
A little over a month after we like had started talking, kind of.
And then he came down to Florida for my graduation at UF. Met my whole entire family, my siblings, my mom, my dad, aunt, uncle, grandparents. You literally met everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did meet everyone, yeah.
That was like before we were even like official.
And then right after that, Allie flew up with me to Ohio because she was gonna drive down to Texas with me. So we could do like that whole road trip together. And then she met my whole family. She met my parents, my brother, my grandparents, some of my friends and stuff like that, like everybody up there.
I don't know why we did that.
So we all just kind of met everyone like right away.
How was being on prep together? That's a good one.
Honestly, being on prep together, like I wouldn't have had it any other way, especially if I was with like a girlfriend, like obviously Allie, at the time, where like she literally, I think it was really even honestly good for us to prep together, because you know pushes.
It was like right off the bat.
Yeah, like the entire first like 2 months of our relationship was like being on prep and like eating only prep meals. We didn't go on a single date, like while we were like officially dating. We didn't go out to eat to dinner like on a date until.
That's crazy actually.
Until like 2 or 3 months in, because we were literally prepping together the whole time. So I'd like come over, we'd make our like little prep meals together, and then
it was kind of fun.
No, it actually was, and that's what I mean. It was very fun having someone who's in the same situation as you, doing the same things.
I understood what you were going through. Like I kind of felt similar.
I felt similar. Did you feel similar?
I felt.
Come on, Allie, come on.
I felt the same way. No, like I just like understood what you were going through, because I was going through the same thing.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And we had the same coach too, which helps.
I mean, I can understand where like people, if they're prepping with their girlfriend or something, there could be issues and stuff. Like you're obviously like both going through it kind of mentally at some points. And like I feel like I was always trying to be like a positive person for Allie to fall back on, you know?
So you helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been able to do it without you, honestly.
Yeah, like I couldn't imagine like you prepping or something like that, and I'm just like sitting on the sidelines, just like eating Ben and Jerry's and stuff like that and stuff. Like Allie will get like overwhelmed and like and stressed sometimes, but like I can always tell. Like I'll be like talking with her on the phone or something like that. I can just literally immediately tell she's like overwhelmed or something like that. I'm like, Allie, just like take a breath.
But you're good about kind of like calming me down and like helping me out, you know.
Yeah, you need it sometimes. I don't know. I mean, maybe guys are the same way.
Go with the flow.
But she's like. Literally, like I said,
there's no point in being
most chill girl I've ever met in my life.
Like arguing.
Yeah. No, there's no point. How do you deal with farts when you're squatting? I mean, I wonder how you deal with them too. Like.
I don't fart.
Oh, you're right. This is a real issue right here, and you literally just have to make sure you get it out ahead of time before you start squatting, because when you go down there and you have all that pressure built up, like especially you throw on that lever belt super tight, you got all this pressure. If you don't get that out ahead of time. Like you would think it might give you like a little boost to the top or something like that, but you're not getting a boost. That thing's that's gonna mess up your brace. That's gonna mess up your rep. You're gonna start laughing mid rep. Allie's gonna like give you like a weird look, and then boom, you're gonna fail it. So you gotta make sure you get it out ahead of time.
How were both of your college experiences? So I went to UF, University of Florida, and that was like one of the bigger schools in Florida. It's kind of like the main like state school. So I had a good time there. Like. It was a really good experience.
I had a pretty good time there.
I don't know what to say about it.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah,
I had a pretty good time.
You made me laugh.
I had a lot of fun, and I was doing a lot of things with, you know, YouTube, Instagram, while I was... I'm literally banned from the campus gyms now. I'm on academic probation for the next year. So Ohio State was not a fan of me, but I thought it was a pretty good experience overall. I met a lot of like my closest friends now from Ohio State, and I did a lot of things with the powerlifting club. We just went to Turkey to compete. We had collegiate nationals the past 2 years where we literally took second or third place each year. How was your college experience going to UF? Like I'm actually interested because I went to Ohio State, so like I probably heard about this a million times. But
probably pretty similar. Honestly, it was like a big school. I don't want to talk about it. I had a really good experience there. It was a little bit of an adjustment at first because I went to a small high school and then was kind of like thrown into this like big state school. But I started my fitness Instagram, I think like sophomore year of college. Really? So I got really into that. I wasn't that consistent with it, but like
Okay, what else?
I was in a sorority for a little bit, so.
What did you think about the sorority? Because I never did any Greek life or anything like that. What did you think?
I didn't like it that much. I was only in it for like a year and then I dropped it, but it was just too much drama. I'm very like easygoing, like honestly. Chill person. It was just kind of like a lot for me. So I only did that for my first year.
All right, perfect. All right, next question.
And we graduated the same year.
Graduated same year of college, same year of high school.
Yeah.
You know, big, kind of big football schools. I mean, UF's not that like big right now.
It's still a big football school.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. I mean, I guess they just weren't that great this year. Ohio State's competing. Ohio State is playing in the playoffs on the 1st of January. They're in the playoffs. There's only 4 teams in the playoffs, so they made it in. We're playing against Georgia on New Year's. I'm sure it's gonna be there. And we're going down to Columbus. We're going down to Columbus for New Year's Eve, so we'll be there for New Year's. Crazy. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Well, I don't think the game is in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? Like
favorite physical and non-physical quality about each other.
Okay, go first.
Okay, physical, honestly, everything. I can't really pick, but if I had to pick,
she loves everything.
Probably like your back.
Really?
Like your arms. I don't know. Like upper body.
Yeah.
Non-physical.
You saying I don't have good legs?
No, you have good legs too. I said everything.
Okay.
Or your eyes.
Looking at you right now.
I like everything.
Yeah.
Non-physical, I would say, like just your personality. Like you're just like a very sweet, genuine, like down-to-earth guy. Literally not what I was expecting at all. So that was a good surprise. Everything's funny.
She does not stop laughing. She's.
Because you think everything's funny.
Honestly, my favorite thing is her eyes, her lips, her butt, her legs. Like, I mean, I'm in the same kind of boat though. Like I like everything about you, like physically, right? I mean, I feel like that's how it should be, right? I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, like
I like this, but I don't.
Not a fan of that. Non-physical, I would say Allie's just like funny without really even trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like
she just doesn't stop laughing. She just like keeps on laughing and laughing, and she's always smiling, and she's like super positive girl. And even though she's like all like quiet and reserved and kind of like a little bit shy at first, she's like the nicest, like also outgoing kind of person. It like doesn't make any sense. She's like all shy and reserved. Yeah, she's like so outgoing, has like so many people that she gets along with, and she loves going out and sending it. And like it doesn't make any sense. Like a little shy girl going out sending it, and then you find out, okay, she's not like that much of a shy girl, and like you know, and you smile during your workouts.
I'm literally like doing my reps.
Yeah, doing like a 1 rep max, and she's like.
I don't know why I do that.
Have you ever broken a bed before? Allie's bed is almost broken, but I think it's because
you built it.
It's because we built it from IKEA, and I think you're supposed to put like little lock, like these little lock things in, and we never we didn't put them in, and then by the time we had the bed done, you had to like either take it all apart again to put the little like screw lock things. So her bed is kind of broke, to be honest. It's like falling apart.
You broke the one in Austin too.
No, I did. I did break a bed in Austin too, actually.
Your Airbnb.
Yeah, the bed at our Airbnb is definitely like broken too, to be honest. That bed's broken. The Austin bed broke, honestly, as soon as I sat on it. There was another...
We weren't even doing anything.
No, we weren't even doing anything, actually. Like, I also broke another bed at an Airbnb a couple of years ago when I was down in Houston. I was at an Airbnb, staying by myself, and I was like laying on the bed, and I like rolled over, and all of a sudden, like one of the legs just snapped. So then for the next like 3-4 days after that, while I was staying there, I had to sleep on a slanted bed. The thing was slanted, and I had to sleep on it like that. And then like before I left, I tried to put like the little leg underneath it so that the Airbnb people wouldn't notice.
Favorite part about living in Houston, or just like our experience?
My favorite part about living in Houston is that there's just so many people who like I'm personally friends with, who I've connected with before, so many people that I know. There's no other place like that in the world where I know so many people doing like the same things as me. And honestly, like I have a lot of friends down here and stuff too. A lot of close friends, a lot of people that I've known for years, and companies that I've worked with for years. You know, ALPHALETE, even like Inaka when I did work with them. You know, I'll see like Marco from time to time, and he's always, you know, super cool and everything. And honestly, just being super close to Allie too. It just so happened that like she wanted to extend her stay down here. She ended up leasing a new place for like 12 months. I was coming down for like 2 to 4 months, depending on, you know, my Airbnb situation.
Yeah.
So we ended up both kind of like, she was already here, but then she got a new place right at the same time that I was getting a place down here, and it just honestly ended up working out. So.
And we were like 5 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
I would say like the same thing, honestly. Like so I initially
collect yourself. There you go. Blow it out. Blow it all out.
I don't think I can do it.
Okay, next question.
So I initially
told you to blow my freaking nose, bro.
So I initially moved here So I moved here in May for an internship. Stop.
I'm not doing nothing, bro.
May for an internship. I interned at this sports training facility. It was like part of my major. And then I was only planning on staying here for the summer, but I ended up really liking it. I met some really cool people. Obviously, like the fitness community is really big here, which was
What? This is what I'm talking about.
I'm looking at you.
This is what I'm talking about.
And it was part of my major, so I was planning on only staying here for the summer, and then I would graduate in August, and then I was just planning on moving back home to Florida. But I ended up really liking it. I met some really cool people here.
Alright, you take this one by yourself, alright?
I'm done with the Q&A. Did we kiss on the first date? That's what everyone wants to know.
Honestly,
and the answer is...
honestly, yeah. Like, it wasn't even, the first time we kissed was literally at the club, which is so random. That's so like, no, I'm saying that's literally like freshman year of college type stuff, right?
Literally, like I never do that. Like honestly,
See,
I didn't even do that in college.
I wasn't sure at first.
So.
I'm like, maybe this girl just goes into bars and just lines them up or whatever.
But yeah, when was our actual first date though?
I asked Allie on a date while I was staying down in Houston, like with her kind of, and we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Of course.
Your
favorite restaurant? When did you ask me to be your girlfriend?
Do you know when? When? Say it.
So we went on that whole road trip from Ohio to Houston, and you asked me then, right? Like
yeah.
On like the second or third day.
I think it was like literally the first day
in the car.
out there. Cause we had like an 8-hour. I think yeah, cause we had like an 8-hour drive to like Nashville, I think, and she was already up with me for a couple days before we left, and she helped me pack up, and I had been down the week before for her graduation and see her family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she, you know, she came up with me, and then driving down, we were just getting along so well and everything, and yeah. I
honestly thought you were gonna do it before that.
Really? When did you think? Like when? Like in Florida?
Yeah.
Really?
Huh. It was like, why else would you come all the way down for my graduation?
Yeah, well, I honestly wasn't sure, like, if you were, like, ready for something like that, you know what I mean?
I didn't think you were ready for that. That's why I didn't. Honestly, like, I feel like neither of us were really, like, looking for anything at all. Or, like, we didn't have the intention of being in another relationship for a while, so.
But, like, I feel like it just made sense.
Yeah.
After a little bit, right? You know what date we started dating?
August 10th?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think it's the 11th.
August 11th? I did not post Ryan at first, for like the first like month or two.
Yeah, she didn't really hardly post too much about me or like with me at all. And I kind of did the same thing. Like I didn't really post that much.
Yeah, we try to keep it like private and just kind of figure out.
Even now, like we're not like all over each other's social media pages. Like the last time I posted with you was probably like a month and a half ago or something like that. And like I don't even put you on my stories hardly. You don't put me on your stories like that much. Well, I'm saying
it's like something funnier. Like,
yeah, like we just don't. We're like always together, so we don't really need to like always be showing people that we're together. Exactly. You know, because it's like every day anyways. So people don't need to keep seeing that. And we have our own separate pages and stuff, you know?
And we're our own people. Like we don't need to like have our identities like be each other. You know?
Yeah, I think we both kind of agreed on that. Yeah. You know, no one's like using anyone for anything else. We're just kind of like enjoying being together and then having our own separate lives as well.
Exactly.
Before we completely lose all of our lighting here, we're gonna wrap up the Q&A right here. So appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you guys wanna see more Q&As, maybe like a tipsy Q&A, we were talking about doing something different called a hammered Q&A.
I don't think they wanna see that.
I don't know if that's gonna be good. We're gonna get like a sloshed Q&A. But we could do some other, Q&A type questions. What videos you guys wanna see with Allie?
Get her off.
Get her off the channel, bro. So yeah, what other videos you guys want to see with Allie? Hopefully you guys enjoyed, learned some more stuff about us, some random stuff. And that's pretty much gonna wrap it up right there. So I'm gonna try and keep on pumping out videos here. That is gonna wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next one. Peace.